This is a Permobil M5. This is only the second M5 Permobil that I've gotten since they came out with. They're very, very rare. Don't know why, maybe because they're so much more expensive maybe. But this one here is the cream of the crop. This is a Permobil M5, fully loaded, 5 electrical function. But before we get there, this chair was used for about 6 months to 8 months. It has 360 miles, so it's been broken in. It still looks brand new. And it's got the aggressive tires, which I'll cover in a minute. So 360 miles before we start, fully loaded. The M5 has got the 14-inch seat lift, not 12, 14-inch seat lift, electric tilt, electric recline, electric lag, and it also has the interior tilt, which tilts you forward. It also has the light package on this chair. It's fully loaded with a light package. You can see the lights right there. We'll cover that in a minute. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how to make the seat lift go up, because that's the feature most people are interested in. You can do it through the joystick or through the switch box. If I hit this button here, the seat will start going up. You're going to start at 22 and add 14 inches. You'll be at 36 inches with your 14 inches. There we go. We're almost to the top. Keep going. All right. So now you're at 36 inches over here, and you can still drive the chair with the seat elevated at a decent speed. Okay? So while the seat is elevated, let's look at the bottom. You can see the actuator, the armature, the actual motor for the seat lift is under here. This is this pole right here. It's a 3-point seat lift, very solid. It keeps the seat from moving when you're driving. If you're going to drive this chair with the seat elevated, make sure it's inside your home. Very flat surface. Don't go outside on sidewalks, everything's crooked. You're asking for trouble. They're nice chairs, but they're not tanks. So nice seat lift, 14-inch up in the air. These are called aggressive tires. These are 14-inch aggressive tires. What that means, they're knobby. They're really sharp, knobby tires. So they're great if you're going to use it outside where the terrain's rough. You can even see the front tire. You can see how they're cut, the grooves are cut, just like you would have a snow tire. You got a lot of grab on these tires. Front tires are bigger, they're wider, they're like 8 by 2.5 inches wide. They're real fat and wide. Solid tires, so you don't have any flats. You have an anchor point here. There's another one inside of here. Same thing on the other side. You have 4 anchor points where you can tie your chair to your lift. Okay? This chair right here has 2 motors, like all power chairs. You can see the motors coming out to the front. Those reflectors, these are not lights, they're at the end of the motors. If I want to push this chair right now, you can hear it. It's in gear. You can see the suspension actually moving right here where the suspension is. You can see the suspension working. So, if I want to put this chair neutral, on the end of the motors, on top, there's a little lever on both sides. Push it inward, and now, oh, I forgot to tell you. If you don't turn your power off, you'll have resistance in your motor. Look at the difference. Look at that. Because I had the power on, even though I was in neutral, it was like, didn't want to go. Now, perfect. Do both motors, and you can push it around. This chair weighs 400 to 425 pounds, so it's a heavy chair. It's built heavy. It's just the best there is. This is the M5. Okay. So now that we're back in gear, we'll turn the power back on. And we're going to bring the seat back down. Now this all Permobil I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. All Permobil have the swing away usually, so this is called a swing away joystick. It's on the right. So if you're left-handed, you can switch it to the left with no problem. Okay? So this is a right-hand side swing away right now. The next thing I'm going to show in this power chair is called the electric tilt. The electric tilt is where the bottom right here tilts back. So right now we're tilting back. It is completely tilted right now. So this is what you look like if you're fully tilted back. And if you raise the legs up, these are electric legs, but they're also adjustable. So if you're 5 feet tall or 6'2", we can adjust these legs. If you want these legs to be a little further up, right now you can be this way and still have your legs quite a bit higher in your body. But you could bring the seat, you could bring the tilt down like this. And then you can bring your legs even higher. Somehow you have to do the legs first to get the full height on the legs. So now you could be, then you could tilt it back if you wanted to and have your legs higher than your body. Okay? So far we've covered the electric legs, the electric tilt, the 14-inch seat lift. The next thing we're going to cover is called the electric recline. The recline is just this back going back by itself. I've got my finger on the button here, so I'm not a magician. That's why it's going back. This is your recline. We'll see how far it's going to go. So this is a full recline. This is what you look like. So you can also bring your legs again. You have to move them up when you're down. Somehow they want you down before you bring it all the way up. So you're pretty much flat right there in your chair. Okay. I'm going to bring the recline and the legs back down. If you're going to be outside, make sure you leave those legs up in the air a little bit so you have more clearance under your legs, especially if you're 6'2", and we have to push these legs out more. They're going to be closer to the ground, so leave them out at least this far when you're outside. It gives you more clearance under the ground. Alright, now, the last feature I'm going to show you is called the interior tilt, where the seat kind of leans forward a little bit. Let me see if I can do it without, so you can see with the arm up. You can see it? So this is called your interior tilt. It gives you about a 10–13% push to get out, which makes it a lot easier for some people. So that's called it's called the interior tilt. It won't go any further than that. So, all right. Now I'm going to turn the chair around. The seat is a Roho cushion. It's a 22 by 20, so it's a large seat on this chair. So this chair was probably, whoever had it was a pretty large person, because just by the size of the cushion, it's 22. We can make this cushion smaller and the seat smaller and the back smaller if you need to. This is all adjustable. This is a Roho, so you can put air through this valve right here with a little plastic pump. You can pump air, or you can take air out from this valve right here and make this whatever firmness or softness that you want. It has a nice fat belt with a lot of support on the belt. It's got a contoured belt. All the manuals, tools, owner's manual, everything is here for this chair. You've got on the side your Permobil pouch, so if you need to put your phone, your money, I think there's one on both sides. Yes, there is. And this chair has a light package, so I'm going to turn them on and show you what I'm talking about. This is a really, really expensive light package. So these are real lights. These are not just LED lights. Rear lights, front lights. It has flashing lights. I think it even has hazards. Somewhere it has hazards. There we go. Hazard lights, headlights. So this chair has a full lighting package. That alone is about $800. So I turn the lights off. There we go. This is a mid-wheel drive, so it's got one of the best turning radius because it turns on its own length. So if I put a box in front and a box back here, I can go in a circle all day long, like this, assuming I keep the joystick in the middle, like I'm doing. I can do this all day long. Okay? Mid-wheel drive, great suspension. So when you charge this chair, you will take your Permobil charger, you would plug it below your joystick, and when the light goes to full, the charger will stop charging. You don't have to worry about overcharging your chair. There's 2 batteries in this chair. They're probably going to be 75 amp batteries, so you get more distance. This chair also goes 7.5 miles an hour. So this is the 2 pluses of this chair. The 3 pluses is the light kit, the 7.5 miles an hour, which is extremely fast for a power chair of this size, and the interior tilt was another big feature of this chair, and the 14-inch seat lift. So you don't have the 14-inch on any chair to speak of. 7.5 miles an hour. You're only going to get this on the M5 or the F5. And the interior tilt is on the top end chairs. You will have that. So this chair has the 14-inch seat lift, the electric tilt, the electric recline, the electric legs, the interior tilt, the swing away joystick, the little bag, the flip up arm, the large safety belt, the Roho cushion. It also has the whole light kit on here. It has the bags on the side. On the back, I forgot to mention, I was almost going to skip it. You've got what's called an attendant, that was my bad. You have to hit the mode button to get it out of the lifting and the tilting to drive the chair. So now I got out of the mode. Now I'm the attendant driver. I can drive it from here. And I can also do the tilt. Everything I can do in the front, I can do from here. And when you switch it back, you just go back to the driver up front. And now you can drive it from up here, and you can't drive it from here anymore. You can only do one or the other. So that way you won't be fighting with your loved ones. So in the back, this is your attendant control, and that can be removed. So if that's in your way, you can also drop it down like this out of the way. And you can also disconnect it and take the whole thing out. Okay, so if this is in your way, it's nice to have. Again, it's a custom job. You've got reflectors in the back. You can see the suspension back in here. The Permobil suspension is just amazing. Right here is where we turn the power off. So you'll hear it. Power is off. Power is back on. When we ship the chair, we turn the power off over here so nothing happens to your chair in shipping. These cylinders right here, if I turn them, it'll tilt the arm to whatever tilt you want. This cylinder for that arm, this cylinder for this arm over here. Okay? You've got a headrest that can be removed if you want to remove it. Okay? And it's also, if you don't remove it, it's fully adjustable. You can see all the adjustments. And you have a wrench right here. You can see it right here. That wrench can be used for all these adjustments, the arms, and several different places. You've got 2 hooks over here, so if you want to carry a backpack with these 2 hooks, you got 2 large hooks, especially made for carrying a backpack. This is your arm back on. Okay? So I'm going to turn the power back on. So again, I did cover the speed is 7.5 miles an hour. When you charge it from the front, and depending on the weight of the user, it'll give you 13 miles plus, depending what kind of condition you're in. If you're going uphill in the grass, maybe less. But if you're looking for a really, really the top of the line, the most expensive power chair you can get just about, it does have 360 miles, and I'm repeating myself, 360 miles, so I want to make sure you get all the information about it. Almost new condition. It does have the light kit. It has a 14-inch seat lift, the electric tilt, the electric recline, the electric leg, the interior tilt, the attendant control in the back. You can drive it from the back. Many other features, 7.5 miles an hour. This is a nice one. Seven and a half miles an hour. So this is the M5, 7.5 miles an hour, electric tilt, electric recline, electric legs, interior tilt, fully loaded. great suspension, fantastic chair, ready to go.
Hi, I'm Mark.
And my name is Alex.
We are a family-owned business for over 25 years.
We have many products available, not just what you see in this video. If you would like to learn more, you can call the number below at 800-677-6293, or you can visit us directly at www.marksmobility.com.